Hey there, TLC tribe. It's Veronica Jones here. Well, today I have a very special guest with me, and her name is Leah, and she's a senior manager in the community services sector. And Leah came to me a couple of months ago now when she was looking to get some new results in her career. And I'm going to get Leah to fill you in on all the rest of this. So let me get you introduced to Leah officially. Welcome, Leah. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Veronica.
Oh, you're welcome. And how's things in Melbourne today? Have we got some sunshine for you?
Yeah, it's definitely sunny here for a change.
Nice.
It's really good.
Enjoy. All right, so I can't wait to dive in, and I'm just going to get straight into it with you, because I know our viewers and listeners will be really wanting to hear what your story is. So can you maybe just start off by letting us know how you found yourself stepping into this journey of coaching?
Well, first of all, I was not feeling great with my previous role. So I've decided to ways to improve myself and improve my communication skills, as well as motivation, and also give me a bit of that push. So when I searched online, that's how I found the life coaching company. I did compare with other services, coaching services out there, but I found your company the most appropriate for me because it offered that one-on-one coaching sessions, which I found very rare. So that's how I got to know you a bit more, Veronica.
Yes, you did. And from there, the ball rolled.
Exactly.
So I know at that time, and you've just mentioned it now too, that you were just feeling a bit stuck with where things were in your career. And what had sort of held you back at that point from making some changes?
Well, my self-confidence wasn't the best due to previous experiences that I've had with employers. So, and so that's why I sought help to get the ball rolling in terms of boosting that confidence, getting some tips on communications and job searching. And from there, that's when we started our coaching session.
Yeah, awesome. And when you and I got started, I know that you were at a position where we were sort of in flux. And what was the trigger or the point where you said, you know what, now's the time, I've really got to do this to, be able to advance my career?
Well, deep down inside, I knew that I have the skills and the experience and this. I wanted to really amplify my leadership skills in a way, which was being not really utilized in my previous role. So I thought, look, I can do better than this. I need to just develop those right levels of communications, reaching out to other employers, and also just getting that bit of a push that I needed from my self-confidence. So as I mentioned, it wasn't the best. So when I spoke with you, you gave me some tips and you gave me some strategies on how to communicate and prepare myself for interviews, and look for ways that you can potentially get yourself your dream job, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's talk about this, because you took those strategies and tips and you rolled with it very properly. I think we were before session 4, you were like, we got the job, baby. No
Exactly.
messing around. I mean, you put in the work. You took everything on board. And I mean, to your credit, and I think this is important for people who are listening and viewing to know, that you really put in the work. So there was no messing around with you. Every session you showed up, you put in your commitment every time. And lo and behold, we're not even halfway through this, the coaching program, and you've already secured that role. So I really want to commend you on that, because I remember even you had a session with me and you had a migraine, and you only told me at the end, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry if I wasn't like this today because I had a migraine. We're like, what? You've showed up for your session even with a migraine? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so that was an interesting day, but I chose to persevere because I just really wanted to utilize the program that you've developed and just put in the effort so that I can get results. So, and that's what I did. I think within a month, not even a month,
Yeah.
that's when I told you about the interview. And also, obviously, we were very excited when I got the senior management role.
Absolutely, we were. And now I know we're backtracking just slightly here, but you decided to embark on this coaching journey with me, and I know that you're a really busy mom, and you've got a family that you look after as well, and a husband as well, and you're doing all these things. What did your husband think about you getting on board with coaching?
Look, he knew that it was going to be beneficial for me, because he did see a little bit of a confidence decline of late. So he was quite impressed with the whole process because he saw me develop into a more confident and resilient person. So
nice.
he was all for it.
Oh, how awesome. And when you started looking around, because you mentioned scoping out for coaches and just seeing what was out there, did you have any initial hesitations about what coaching might be like at all?
With anything, I guess that there is a little bit of an unsureness that comes with it. So that's why I did a lot of research in terms of what would best suit my current situation at the time. So a group session was not going to work out for me, simply because I thrive on the one-on-one level, particularly if you're paying for a coaching session. And there are sessions that are practically offering the same packages for the same price, but it's not a one-on-one service, which I got with you, which is really what I needed.
Yeah, definitely. And when you had kind of those initial hesitations about the unknown and not sure maybe what it was going to involve, you knew one-on-one was going to suit you. What kind of got you across the line in terms of just doing this thing?
In all honesty, when we had the initial contact, it was your energy, and it's that spark between you and I in terms of how you get my current situation and how you could work with the skills that I already have, which you found fabulous already anyway. So I thought, okay, well, this is going to really work. And it's, with women, it's quite hard to get us over the line in terms of looking after ourselves and putting our needs first. So I thought, look, that's it. I'm going to try and do something for myself now. I'm not even going to try. I'm actually going to do it. So, and that's what pushed me forward, because I heard you talking. I heard you mentioning about the potentials of increasing my communication skills and also my motivation. So that's what really got me over the line, because you and I gelled so well. And also, who couldn't benefit from a coaching session? So
that's it, too right. I love it. And I love your point there that so often as women, we tend to put ourselves second place, and particularly when, you've got kids and you're taking care of a family, our needs tend to come after that. And, particularly at a time when you were feeling stuck, this was a real strategic move for you to say, hang on, there's some resources here I can tap into, and I'll utilize these resources now to enhance myself going forward. And on that note, as we started getting into our coaching, what kind of changes did you notice in yourself?
Well, definitely the confidence level I've seen by far has grown. I've also become more resilient in ways that I handle situations. So you've taught me strategies and ways to how to deal with particular situations if they were difficult. Whereas if I hadn't taken the coaching sessions with you, it would have been a very different story. I would have just tolerated it or withdrawn from a situation and just continued to be unhappy. So and that was a big thing for me, because that was the thing that I was struggling with in terms of the confidence and communicating my responses or my feedback to others. So, and I found when you explain that there is a strategy for this, that you can remain respectful and professional and deliver the message across. I'm like, I should have known, but no one teaches you these things. So, and that's where you come really, really handy and helpful.
Absolutely. And again, look, I commend you, because you went in and you put this into practice, and you're there in the workplace making changes, enabling team members to feel empowered under your leadership, bringing people together, completely changing situations from where they were to getting them into a much more manageable situation and getting people on board with that. And you took all those strategies and you put that into place. And I know we talked about those wins, which was wonderful to hear. And so my question for you then is, in all of this, what did you sort of shift within yourself in the process? Like, what kind of new boundaries did you put in place as well to get this happening?
Well, before I wasn't getting any boundaries put up. That's what put me in an awkward situation in the first place in my career. So, but learning in terms of how to respectfully have those boundaries in place, and giving those initial expectations when you meet someone on a professional or even a personal level, which I've utilized many times. I've found that this can actually really happen. This can exist. This, in terms of really communicating your thoughts and your feedbacks to others, and agreeing mutually to a better outcome. So I found it really, really helpful in terms of communicating with difficult clients, leadership, and also the staff. And that's how I essentially built confidence within the team that I was working with, and the clients that I'm working with also. So it's really, really awesome.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh, thank you for sharing that. And you started to see these changes in yourself, and you're making these shifts, and you got these new boundaries in place. You mentioned there, obviously being able to get team members on board, supporting clients. What else were you noticing just in terms of your personal goals that you wanted to achieve? What kind of markers were you hitting there?
I think you and I both knew that we were hitting the goals pretty fast in the coaching sessions. So for example, introducing yourself to new clients and the leadership team in a way where you can have that confidence going, and that rapport continuing within the relationship, but also that respect that they give you as a leader. So, which was very not difficult, but it was in a way a bit of a struggle for me to do, because I'm always very humbling, and I'm a giver. So, but I needed to find that balance to show that I'm caring at the same time, but also I'm a leader. So finding that balance was not easy, but we got there.
You did. And you're a leader with heart. And that's what I love about Leah, my legendary leader. She's such a beautiful heart. And I know our viewers and listeners can hear this. So Leah, tell me, what for you felt like a really powerful moment in our coaching sessions?
Just reflecting back, I think it's getting to the core of my values, and what's really, really important in my life. So noting it down to the very core of why I exist and how I'm actually, serving the community. So, and that's why I'm in the community sector, because I'm helping people. I'm sharing what I have. I'm sharing wisdom and experience. So I never knew that it was my passion. I knew it was some type of passion, but I didn't know that my whole professional and personal life actually revolved in the community and giving sector.
Yeah,
so which was awesome.
Nice. So because I know how the work we did on that, but aligning the values then to find your purpose in your work to give you even more drive was one of those really powerful moments where you felt that alignment then to move forward, which is awesome to hear. And
exactly right. Yeah.
The other thing I wondered now then is, I know you and I have been on the journey together, and I've watched you just smash it out of the park in terms of your goals and everything you've achieved. But for you, what does it feel like now, being on the other side, from when we first started to now?
Well, there's a massive shift. So, like I mentioned to you, I was the shy Leah. I was the weary Leah. And as the sessions progressed, I've become this completely not different Leah that's unrecognizable, but a more upgraded version of the Leah that can give more to the community, more to the family, more to the people that surround me. So I think that's what really shifted from not being so confident to this Leah that is more confident to give, but having that respect and boundaries at the same time.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I love that, because your change, and I love how you said it's like the 2.0 version, your change has impacted so many people so positively because of now what you've been able to do, not only at work, but relationships, family, all those sorts of things, I know, which has been remarkable, and again, a credit to you. And so what would you say to anyone now who's maybe sitting on the fence or thinking about coaching? What would you say to them?
I would say, look, don't think too hard about it. You owe it to yourself to be better, to live better, to fulfill your goals. It's a long journey ahead, but a journey that is meaningful, that you get to unpack, and the results you'll share with many people, like I have. So it's well worth it. It's a fun journey to be had, and I couldn't have asked for a better coach.
Oh, thank you. And likewise, a lovely client. So thank you so much, Leah. That's beautiful. And, is there anything else you wanted to add now as we bring this to a wrap for our viewers and listeners?
Look, I'd say, do it for yourself. Grow into a beautiful journey. You're only going to improve from here when you take that leap of faith.
Thank you. And thanks so much for also your courage in sharing your story with so many people. It's so appreciated. So look, for everyone who's tuned in today, our wonderful TLC tribe, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to Leah. And if you'd like to experience new improved results, just like Leah, please feel free to get in touch with us at thelifecoachingco.com.au. Or of course, you can also reach out to us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/The Life Coaching Co, or Instagram at The Life Coaching Co. So until next time, thanks again, Leah. And for everyone tuning in, remember, master your mindset, secure your success.